from the 404-678 Atlanta, as you know it, where the black businesses are booming. This season, we are going around to the local businesses in the Atlanta area, and we are highlighting black entrepreneurs. So make sure you watch all of the episodes. Make sure when you come to the city, you check them out and tell them that Alieshia sent you. Now to the video. Hey y'all, welcome back to Behind the Brand. This is season 2, episode 2 with Yvonne, the owner of Sparkle Brand Braids in Atlanta, Georgia.
Hey y'all, what's poppin', baby?
Yeah, so today we are going to get to learn more about her, behind the brand, and about her business that she has and she started. So if this is your first time, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. If it's not your first time, drop it in the comments. Just gauge in the conversation. But yeah, I guess I should introduce myself if you do not know me. My name is Alieshia, and I am the host of Behind the Brand. So excited for y'all to see this episode and join in on the conversations of entrepreneurs here in the Atlanta area. So yes, we are getting right into it.
Okay.
So
that was great.
Thank you. My first question is, did you always want to be an entrepreneur?
Absolutely. I've always wanted to be an entrepreneur. I can remember back maybe when I was in high school, I always had this itching, I want to own my own business. I want to own my own business. At that point in time, I didn't know what the business was going to be, but I knew I was going to own something.
Okay.
Here we go.
Okay, yes, there you go. So that leads to my next question, then how did you get started with doing braids?
Oh God. Oh God, you want the truth or a lie?
The truth.
Okay, so it's a long truth. All right, so we got to run it all the way back to maybe 7th grade.
Middle school.
My mom just stopped doing my hair.
What?
Yes. Oh. So I couldn't continue to go to school looking a hot mess. Okay. So I just got tired. I'm like, these ponytails, my hair would look an absolute mess going to school. So I dedicated my time to learning how to do my own hair. So after I learned how to do my own hair and got good at it, it just started spreading. So I ended up doing my friend's hair, and then after
in middle school?
Yeah.
Okay.
After I would do my friend's hair, I would do my family's hair, and then it just started spreading like that.
Like wildfire for me.
Yeah, like wildfire. But I didn't start taking it seriously until a few years ago. So during that time, from that period of 7th grade all the way up until a little bit after college, it was just kind of a side hustle for me. I never really put all my time and effort into it. Let's see. I started dedicating a lot of my time towards it. Oh, this is about to be another hilarious story. So I graduated college, and it took me about 6 months to get a legit job. And baby, that was a rough one.
Okay.
When I tell you, it was so rough. I remember I was serving tables during this time, and it got so bad. As soon as I stepped foot into the restaurant, I just started crying. I don't want to do this no more. So I'm crying while I'm still applying for other jobs. I ended up getting a teaching position at Alieshia High School.
Oh, that's cool.
I taught there for 2.5 years, but then I realized that it just wasn't doing anything for my spirit. So after teaching at Alieshia High School, I ended up moving overseas. I taught English in Beijing, China for about 7 months. And then during that period of time, I absolutely love being able to travel and being able to basically be a tourist in China. It was great. But I realized once again that it's not in my spirit. I can't do it. So I had come back to Atlanta in August of it was right before the pandemic happened, so August of 2019.
Okay.
And I was serving tables again. I was working at Papados.
Oh, Papados.
So I just had this thought in my head, and the thought was like, why are you like fighting against your talents? Like, you are in here serving tables when you're supposed to be using the talents that I gave you. I'm pretty sure it was God talking to me. I'm pretty sure. So at that point, I was like, okay, I'm gonna just use my talent. So my first talent, I was like, okay, I know I'm really good at doing hair, so let me just boom, bada, pop, pop, bing. Let me go find a shop to work at. So I found a hair salon in like the Sandy Springs area. I'm not gonna name them because I don't fuck with them no more. So I worked there from maybe about October to December. So it wasn't a long period of time, but I ended up firing myself. And then I had moved to the south side of town. And at this point, I was living in someone's basement. I had to, like, it was my coworker. I was living in her basement, and I had to like finesse her into like, girl, let me live here. Girl, let me live here for like 3 months, rent free. I just need 3 months to get it together. And so she agreed. And I was like, okay, well, Yvonne, we gotta make some shit shake. So I realized that, I found another braiding salon to work at. But this braiding salon I really, really loved, but they were in Snellville. And Snellville is so far away. Very far.
From the south side?
Oh my gosh.
It's far.
It had to be almost like an hour. And I was at my friend's house one day, right? And I come outside his house and my car is gone. I'm like, car gone? I said, who stole my car? Like literally, I said, damn, somebody want my Honda Accord. Mind you, my Honda Accord was like a 2011. And I'm like, don't nobody want my Honda Accord. Did somebody really steal my shit? So I had the nerve to call 911 to report my car stolen. And then I'm thinking about it like, Yvonne, anybody steal your car? I said, when the last time you paid your car note? I could not, at this moment of time, I could not pay my car note. I was paying it whenever I could because like working at the beauty salon, working at Papado, it just wasn't enough. Like I was literally out here robbing Peter to pay Paul. That shit was terrible.
Robbing Peter to pay Paul.
I was so broke. I don't even know how I was surviving. But so I figured out that they repossessed my car.
What?
So I was sad. I was crying in this lady's basement for like 48 hours straight. And I did not realize how codependent I was on my vehicle to get me to work. And I did not realize how codependent I was on another like entity to give me money. So I'm crying, like I had no idea what I was about to do. So I'm crying, I'm talking to God, and then God, he says, he was like, you have everything you need to be successful. And I'm arguing with him like, what you mean? I want no car, I don't got no money, I'm living in somebody's basement, the shit's embarrassing, what you mean I got everything? I said, God, what are you talking about? Cause something ain't right.
Okay, it's not enough to napping.
So I'm going ham, and God, he like, you still have your hands, you still have all of your braiding supplies, your braiding materials. He was like, you still have everything that you need. He was explaining to me like, yeah, you don't have a car, but your clients can come to you. So I got my car repossessed in March of 2020. I was broke as hell and had no money. In 2 months, I was able to afford my own salon suite. So in 2 months, I was doing hair out of my own salon suite. I didn't have to work out of the basement anymore. But when I tell you that's really how it started, I ain't have no other choice.
It was like, you have the middle. Okay, I gotta start this. Okay,
I gotta start it because I'm broke.
Okay,
I need money.
Okay, and that's crazy because that brings us to the next question. So, from when you got back from China till March or till June 2019?
I came back from China in August of 2019, and then
opened up 2020, I bet.
Yeah.
June 2020.
I started working for myself in March of 2020.
Okay, so that was not that long, right?
It wasn't that long, but it felt like ages.
It felt like
damn.
Okay. Yeah, that was only like August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March.
Only 8 months.
Yeah, 8 months.
And then in 2 months,
And 2 months later, you opened up
my own salon.
the own salon, right? That's like 2 months. That was good, quick. Okay.
Shout out God.
In the moment, it felt like it was ages.
In the moment, it really felt like ages. Oh my gosh.
So do you feel like you would have, or you should have started earlier with your business? Like, do you wish you would have started the braiding business earlier?
I wish I would have started earlier, but I do believe I wouldn't be as successful as I am now. Because the predicament, like a couple years ago, prior to me starting the braiding business, I actually wanted to sell like hair extensions. So I started that business straight out of college, but I was, for lack of better terms, I was very immature. I thought like success was built overnight. I just didn't have like the tools to be successful at that point. So I'm actually grateful that I was able to start later, because it taught me a lot about like just being disciplined, being consistent, and I do better when I am forced into a corner and I have to figure it out.
Yeah, like there's no other way.
I have no other option but to figure it out and to make it work.
Well, I don't like that for me. Okay, give me some options. Okay, I need to figure it out.
No, I do better like that.
Well, if it's only your option, but okay, it is what it is.
It is what it is, baby.
Let's get it. Yes. So within that, with all the success that you have, what do you feel like success means to you in entrepreneurship?
Success means to me just really being able to do what I want. I've always had an issue with people telling me what to do. Because I feel like I do a great job at, what's the word I'm looking for? I do a great job at doing me. Like, I know how to be responsible. I know how to get things done on time. So when people are like always down my throat, I don't like that. Like, let me do me. I got this. Because I feel like you're insulting my intelligence. Yeah, so success to me really just looks like being able to do what I want to do. Being able to live the life that I want to live, honestly.
Okay, yeah, that makes
Freedom.
Freedom, yeah. Like
freedom in all aspects, you know what I'm saying?
People say they want to be entrepreneurs because of freedom, though, but I feel like when you think about it, it's really not as free as you think it is. So I don't know if you can maybe talk about that, but when I hear people like, I want to be free, I don't want to be on a schedule, I don't want to do this, but then it's like, but then they go, they create the hours that they want to work, then they go, and it's like you have to work with other people, you got to go on people's schedule. So do you really feel like you have the ultimate freedom that you want to have?
Yes, because I get to, like, if I'm comparing it to me being in education, right? I had to play by their rules. I had to clock in at their specific times. I had to create things in which I had to get approval from like higher ups. Like, I am the higher up here. Like, so I create the hours, I create the prices, I create the marketing, I create everything, and it's something that I get to create and that I'm like super, super proud of. Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah. You have the freedom to do the whatever you want to do, like the ability. Yeah, to do like the freedom of expression, right? Because I can still, like, I can get my point across in the way I see fit, and I get to use my creative ways and creative juices to like market and to get people to come get their hair done. Like, I get to be creative with hairstyles. It's amazing. I love it. Even though, like, I think to the point in which you are stating, it's really hard work. So yeah, I get to create, like, my schedule right now is like Thursday through Sundays, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. But I'm not only working on Thursday through Sunday, I'm also working on those Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays where I need to market, I need to create material, I need to figure out how to get more clients in the door, I need to figure out, I'm just creating a plan plan and creating, you know, structures around it. So yeah, I have the freedom to do whatever I want to do, but that freedom comes at a cost of discipline.
Yes. That's good. That's good. I like that. What was one great piece of advice that someone gave to you when it came to entrepreneurship and being your own boss?
Child. Okay, I can remember working at Big Child Grill. I think this.
What's that?
Big Child Grill, it is a restaurant across the street from Cumberland Mall. It's next to the Galleria. It's basically like it's a create your own stir fry bar.
Oh, okay.
It's really cool. It's a unique concept, but when I tell you I was in there broke as hell. Oh my gosh. I remember one day it was so bad. I told my roommate, I said, girl, I don't know how I'm about to pay my rent because I don't got it.
Not you ain't got it.
I don't got it. But I remember working there one day and I'm serving these groups, this group of, for some reason I feel like they were paramedics. And I was, you know, they were just asking me questions like, what are your dreams? What are your ambitions? Da, da, da. And I'm telling them, like, you know, I want to own my own business. And they were like, they told me that try everything until that one thing sticks. And that has stuck with me ever since. So that gives me the kind of like the wherewithal to not give up. So if one thing doesn't work, okay, next, let's try something else. Okay, that one don't work. So just continuing to come up with like creative solutions to fix your problem, and that has helped me. Like I don't get mad if something don't work. Okay, well, throw that shit out the window.
Okay, on to the next.
Yeah, on to the next. I'm not gonna cry about it. What's another solution?
What's
we
gonna
got?
work, right? Okay, yeah,
So that was the best.
Figuring it out, basically. Okay, because in entrepreneurship, you have to just figure it out because there's no plan, there's no guide all the time, especially when you're a boss. You're just like, okay, I'll figure it out, and on to the next thing. So that's really good. Being that you do get to pick your own schedule, you get to create and stuff like that, how you want your life to live. How do you balance like your family, like personal goals, relationships, and stuff like that? I know you just told us like your schedule, but like how do you balance all that on top of like working?
Girl, I suck. I can say honestly that I have not been doing a good job with balancing other things outside of work. The year of 2022 I've dedicated to working hard and playing hard, because last year I don't even know how many times I went out and hung out with friends or went out and like hung out with family. I was always like work. I would rarely get out. So yeah, I need to do a better job with that.
You're not the first one that said it though. A lot of people else I've interviewed, they're like, balance, what's that?
Yeah, balance. I suck at that.
I don't know. Well, I'm not the one to be interviewed. I feel like I kind of balance a little bit.
Girl, but teach me.
I feel like I kind of got the balance on too, but I also think about like priorities and like how you fix it to work, like to fit your schedule. Yeah. So like me planning, I do now know that I know that since I'm doing a lot of content, I be like, let me look at my calendar, let me put on what I need to do, and then I like add it to that, you know. So like that's how I kind of do. I like to look over my month.
I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, I write it down. I'm like, okay, I know I need to do this, so I can't do something this time, but I can do it that time. And so also I do that because being in 2022, I'm bringing so much content. Like I had to get it out of my head, so I had to get a planner and I had to write it down, because if it's just in my head, it's like it's not going nowhere. It's just gonna.
It's
be
really not.
Yeah.
I thought of it, now it's gone.
Yeah, so like it's just in my head, so I was like I had to write it down. So now I'm like I'm able to plan stuff out. I'm able to put it on my calendar, and that has really like helped me, you know, be better with it.
So you also said something about relationships. How you doing in that area?
Oh, well, I was talking about all together.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about, you know, intimate relationships.
Oh, I was. Yeah. I was talking about personal, family, like our relationships. Yeah. Oh no.
Like friends, family, I definitely need to do better in that area as far as like the menses. The menses.
Where you going?
I don't even fool with them.
Well, we should actually know, like, you should date when you should date. I
really do want to qualified man gonna pull up on me.
Pull up on her, okay? We on YouTube.
Yeah. The men that be like trying to holler at me, I be like,
no, thank you.
I be like, no.
No, sir.
Like the last guy, he thought crazy as hell. I don't do crazy. I
don't do crazy either. I feel like I bounce that kind of too though, but also it just depends. It just depends on like your time, how you do it, just like talking. But I don't like go on dates like nothing crazy now. I'm out there. Like I don't go on dates like every week and stuff like that. Yeah. But I don't know. It's just like I'm a multitasker too, so I can talk. I don't really like texting.
Do you use what are those? Do you use like dating apps?
Yes, I do use dating apps.
How do you got time for that?
Well, I haven't used them in a while actually because it do take a lot of your time. You know what I'm saying?
It do.
Yeah. You just get somebody off the date. That means you just talk to them and you just talk to them and you don't do dating or something.
That's crazy because I tried the dating apps last year. And I was just so busy. Like I would wake up in the morning, I would check my messages, I would reply, but they would not get another message out of me until I had to go to bed.
Yeah.
And so one dude was like, he cussed me out. He was like, "What's taking you so long to reply?" Because I'm like,
"Excuse me,
sir.
Okay,
I'm busy. Why are you texting me back so quickly? What? You ain't got nothing to do. Okay, for real."
They be like, oh, why dudes wanna like meet you so quick? I'm like, they ain't got nothing to do. They ain't gotta work on me.
That's a red flag.
Okay. Yeah. You know what? I want to tell you a side note story. You know, this is an interview. It's funny, but she does my hair. She braids my hair. So you know how you braid my hair. You know how we like listen to like the London rappers and stuff like that. Yeah. Why did I set my location on an app to somebody to London? Really? Yes, and I started talking to dudes in London. So I'm like, I want to go down.
For real?
Yeah. And they was like, what London rappers do you know? I said, okay, now I can't remember the London rappers. I was. What you listening to?
Me. I would have had you.
Oh yeah. I know London rappers though, but you know I'm trying to go to London. I'm trying to manifest me going to London one day.
Period.
So yeah, but that time difference and everything is really kind of hard. Like they're like 6 hours ahead
of us, I think.
Yeah, so I'm like, can't do that one, but it is what it is.
Hit me up when you wake up.
Okay, and I'll be going to sleep. Like, so there's that. But yeah, so well, that's how she does balance it. We don't balance it. That's we're gonna get into that over here. But yes, but it's crazy because I was like listening to this girl talk. She like just got married, and she was saying like how that she's married now, like she has a partner and stuff like that. She's like she can focus on everything else. Now she's not focused on like a man relationship. So do you feel like it's hard? Maybe it is hard to like focus on like trying to find a relationship, trying to find a good man, and balancing your business, and also like trying to figure out like how you can make that cohesive.
I think I would like to say that yes, I would like to be in a relationship, but I'm not looking for it, if that makes sense. I'm really focused on like growing as a person, healing as a person, and really growing my business. So those are my biggest priorities. Oh, my relationship with God, that's really important. And I like, for some reason in my soul, it feels like once I reach the point of, I guess, the success that I'm looking for, I'll meet my husband.
You think that?
Yeah, I don't think my husband is. I don't think he's local. I don't think he's here.
Why did everybody say that?
I promise you, I don't.
They think he's in London. You think? Oh, you think he's in Africa, girl? Okay,
yeah, no, I love my Afro beats. Yeah, I love my UK rappers.
Yes.
I don't know where he at, but I know he's not here.
Oh,
he's not in Atlanta. I feel like because I'm also working on my music too, so I feel like my husband is already in the music realm.
Oh, you think so? Okay. Interesting.
We'll see.
Okay.
We're gonna play this back.
Okay. When you meet your man, period. Okay. Do you think though that it's hard for women to like build that business? Because it's like, okay, I'm building, like that's what I'm really focusing on. Like I'm building right now. Like I can get a man later. You know, like I'm not really worried about that. But do you feel like that's kind of the opposite? We shouldn't think about that. Like we should try to get the man and the business at the same time, or do you feel like that's too hard to do? Like you should focus on one.
Well, I can only speak from my own personal perspective, and my perspective is that me building right now takes a lot of my focus, and even though I would love to be in a relationship, it's going to distract me.
That's what someone said. They were like, oh, like, I'll distract you. Well, what you're not going to do, because distraction, that comes from not being disciplined. I'm going to just say that. Because I can be disciplined and not be distracted. I'm not shading you or whatever. But I'm like, you could, like, I don't know, I'm a multitasker because that's what I do all the time. So I can, like, hang out and talk and still be working on stuff. Now, if your man don't like you working on stuff, that's a different story. Or your woman, okay? Because as YouTubers and, like, content creators, I know, like, you do braids, but you also do content with your music, so it's going to be kind of hard. Like, so you're going to have to find like that balance or that multitask, because you're always going to be working on something. Something's always going to be happening. So it's like you have to find a partner that's going to be, you know, able to be supportive, and he's going to like help and push the. I mean, I'm praying for someone that I can marry to have. He needs to know how to edit. He know how to take pictures. Help! He know how to do graphics. I'm like, I am praying. Okay, Jesus, help. Okay, because that is what I need. Okay, because I don't got time. I need to record. I don't need to be editing. I don't need to be doing all the graph. I don't need to do all that. So I'm like, maybe if I find a man that can do that, that would be great. But if he comes sooner, that would be also wonderful. Help me. So yes, for real help. I'm laying the foundation. Okay, the foundation is there. I'm laying the foundation. Just need some more bricks. Help me. So my last question is, what has been the most calculated risk you have taken as an entrepreneur? Oh Lord. The most calculated risk? I don't think none of my risks have been calculated. I really just be out here like, fuck it. What can I think that's my risk management factor. I'd be like, fuck it. Like, either it's gonna happen the way I want it to, or it's not. I'm trying to think of my biggest risk that I've taken. Like, you don't think it was a risk that you opened up a studio? I think the biggest risk I ever made was betting on myself. I like that. That actually is a risk. Okay. I bet on myself and I was right. That's good. Okay. Yes, bet on yourself all 2022 and beyond. All right. So hopefully you enjoyed this interview. Hopefully you got out everything that you needed to get out for the people. Let them know where they can follow you, what they can look forward to next seeing you do, or where you're gonna be at, or you know. Okay. My name is Yvonne. You can also call me Yvonne Chavot. You can follow our braiding page at Sparkle Brand Braids. You can follow my personal page at Truly Yvonne, TRULYEVON. I'm trying to think. Like, Truly Yvonne is my Twitter, my Instagram, and my TikTok handles. Sparkle Brand Braids on all handles. I'm trying to think, is there anything else? Oh, you can stream my first single called Tippy Toes. Period. Go listen to it. I'm trying to see. We have some really good content coming from Sparkle Brand Braids. I actually have to edit the photos and I have to edit the video, but I should be releasing that within the next week. So okay, yes. So y'all make sure y'all check her out. Okay, look at her stuff. Listen to her song, because I heard it, you know, inside her. It's really good. I like the song. And make sure you subscribe to this channel. Make sure you follow us on the platforms. Instagram, Alieshias Adventures, and subscribe to the YouTube channel and come back and stay tuned for another episode. And hopefully you all enjoy this. Comment down below your favorite part of this episode, and see you all soon. Bye.